Hey friend, you ready for dinner? Tonight's meal is gonna be turkey hamburger steaks with mushrooms and gravy and a little roasted broccoli and rice on the side. I usually use panko breadcrumbs for this, but I ran out, so today we're gonna crush up these crackers like we was making grandmama's meatloaf. That'll do. To my meat, I'm gonna add 1 egg, half a cup of breadcrumbs, salt. I like to season with my heart. Pepper, smoked paprika, red pepper flakes, and this Trader Joe's Mushroom and Company umami seasoning because we're gonna have mushrooms, and so I like to have it pair well with each other. A little Worcestershire sauce, and then 17 garlic cloves. I'm kidding, today we'll just do 1. I like to grate my garlic cloves when I'm putting them in any type of meatball or meat mixture, just because I feel like it gives it a little bit more moisture and it distributes the flavor better. Take your garlic clove, back of a knife, smash it, and then you're gonna take the peel right on off and we're gonna grate it over this grater. This is a microplane, super cheap. You can find it on Amazon, Walmart, Target, wherever you like to shop. Take your garlic clove and grate it just like you would some Parmesan cheese. Once we're done, this is what you have. Slap it on your bowl, gets it right off. Now the fun part. Take your free tools, AKA your hands, and mix up your meat. And if you're nice nasty, just go ahead and put some gloves on, girl. Not overmix, you don't want your meat to be tough. So once you see everything mixed together like this, you don't see big clumps of seasoning in one area, you are done. I like to take some of my meat in my hand and make a little patty out of it. You can do it like a hamburger shape if you want to. I like to take them and mold them into almost football shaped patties and then press them down. Kind of like Salisbury steak, but very rugged and rustic like. Next, we're gonna cut up our mushrooms. For the love of God, please do not wash mushrooms. Take you a damp kitchen towel or a paper towel, wipe the dirt that may be on the mushroom off, take your mushroom and proceed to chop. Mushrooms chopped. I like yellow onion, but you can use whatever onion you want. Take your half of your onion, tuck your fingers in so you don't chop them off, and slice. We're gonna do pretty medium-sized slice. Gorgeous. Add a little neutral oil to your pan. I'm using grapeseed oil. Then start placing your steaks in the pan, making sure to lay them away from you like this, so you don't burn yourself. Cook your steaks until they have a little bit of color on one side, and then we're gonna flip them over. You don't wanna cook them all the way because they're gonna finish in the gravy with the mushrooms and the onions. I took my steaks out. I'm adding a couple of pats of butter, so probably like 4 tablespoons, and then I'm going to add in my mushroom and my onions. Stir them up and let them cook down until they have a little bit of color on them. When your mushrooms and onions are brown, we're gonna add in 2 tablespoons of flour, and we're gonna mix it around to make a roux, essentially, so that we can have that delicious gravy in our meat. I let all the flour cook out, so now I'm gonna add 2 cups of chicken broth slowly, making sure to scrape up the bottom of the pan. This is the fond, or the brown stuff on the bottom where all the flavor is. I've added in our chicken broth and stirred everything up. Our gravy is coming up to a simmer. So right now I want to taste it to see if I need to add any additional seasoning before I put my steaks back in. Friend, that's good. Lowering my heat to a number 4, and I'm going to go ahead and add my steaks back in, nestle them into that liquid. And I'm gonna cook them for 20 minutes in this skillet. Every now and then I'm gonna come and I'm gonna baste it or take some of the juice and put it over the steaks just to make sure they get nice and juicy and they are covered in that flavor. After 20 minutes, my gravy has thickened up. My steaks are cooked all the way through. Now we can get our plates together. All right, friend, our meal is done. We got some Salisbury steak, our mushrooms, our onions, some rice, and some roasted broccoli on the side. Dinner is served. You want me to make your plate or you gonna make it yourself? Okay. Thank y'all for cooking with me, and I'll see you next time.